We open on Nick Milgram and his new lady friend Angie arriving at Nick's family home to spend Christmas with the Cranks. Angie starts introducing herself to the family, who we quickly realize are just a bunch of racist pricks. Much like how Speed Racer's mom's name is Mom, Nick's granddad is credited as Granddad. He must survive to the end with that much thought put into his character. Nick's father, Tony Milgram, confronts his son for ghosting the family for the past 3 years. Angie tries calling her parents, but there's no reception. This is a horror movie. Nick's pregnant sister, Kate, and her airhead husband, Scott, arrive. Kate is yet another dull knife in a family of dull knives. After a series of rude comments, Nick and Angie are fed up with these ignorant people and are ready to blow this popsicle stand. They open the door to leave and find themselves trapped inside by a mysterious black wall that has surrounded the entire exterior of the house. Colonel Tony Dickhead comes down to investigate and immediately comes to the conclusion that they've been quarantined by big government and the rest of the family are sheep to the lying liberal media. They turn on the TV and see a strange broadcast.
Stay indoors and await further instructions.
What does it mean?
Well, Beth, I think it means exactly what it says, you goose. The internet is out. The phones aren't working. Looks like an Amish Christmas for the Milgrams. Tony, somehow completely understanding of this unexplainable situation, decides the party must go on and they prepare for Christmas dinner. Scott is in a muscle shirt, just to solidify his role as the family douche. They notice the message on the TV has changed.
All your food is contaminated. Eat nothing.
Tony, more of a follower than a leader, decides to throw out all of the family's food. All of it. Even the packaged stuff. But not the drinks. The drinks are fine. You know how airborne contaminants work. The message changes again.
Decontaminate yourselves. Strip and scrub all flesh with household bleach.
Tony gets all giddy with excitement because he hasn't bleached any part of his body since college. Tony sees some boobies and does what any man would do.
What are you doing? This isn't a game, Beth. It's life or death. Right, so I suggest we start with our armpits and crotch and go from there.
A set of syringes gets dropped into the room through the chimney. The message reads,
Use trial vaccination kits. Atmosphere polluted.
Angie, a paramedic by trade, sees the needles are unsterile and uses her medical expertise to say, fuck no? Feeling confident with his freshly bleached butthole, Tony, no stranger to a dirty needle, parties on and injects himself. They sterilize the rest in boiling water, like scientists. They take turns one by one injecting themselves with who knows what. It's remarkable that they're all so dumb, yet none are anti-vaxxers. Nick and Angie finally give in to peer pressure. Old Granddad shakes. Shakes his booty, vomits blood, and dies. Must have been from old age. The wall opens up like one of those coin-chomping piggy banks. Scott fingers the hole like a dirty dog, and his phalanges get snatched away.
One of your number is infected. Isolate them.
They decide it's obviously Angie. Nick fights back and beams up Scotty with a lamp, but it's no use. They lock up Angie in a room. Nick tries unplugging the TV and all hell breaks loose. Scott uses his big boy muscles to tussle with Nick, which ironically results in his wife flipping over the banister and landing flat in her back. The first thing the family does is jostle her around because what's a mobilization? Knowledge is power, and this family is weak. Nick takes a video of what's going on outside and sees the wall of cables are alive. He goes to show his dad and Tony flat out tortures him. You know how you discipline your 26-year-old son when he misbehaves? While the boys were fooling around upstairs, Kate just flat out dies. Beth bitch slaps her husband for being such a tool bag.
You fucking arrogant fool.
Gas starts leaking into the rooms. Angie finds a beating heart in an old TV, which Best Buy's Geek Squad has since informed me is not normal. Nick rescues Angie, and Beth, who took an untimely bathroom break, goes tick, 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 tick. The remaining survivors return from tribal council and reconvene in the living room. Nick, up to his old antics, again unplugs the TV, amazingly learning nothing from his punishment last time and starting a flat-out brawl. Tony and Scott hold Nick and Angie at knife point. Tony, mistaking Scott for a tree, sends an axe through his chest. Angie goes knock, 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 and Tony to the floor. They smush the old man with the TV and it's all over. But is it? Tentacles burst from the TV, revealing another beating heart. They enter Tony's body, but not in a sexual way. Tony, now propped up like a marionette, tells Nick, "You may hate me, but it ain't no lie." Bye, bye, bye. Nick confronts his puppet master for making such a mess of the living room. Nick throws what's either a glass of water or a Molotov cocktail into the TV. Sparks fly, and now it's finally over. But is it? The tentacles rejuvenate and entrap Nick and Angie. Tony deals the final blow. The cables then melt the flesh off of Kate's body and reveal the unborn child. The TV attempts to communicate. You know how premature babies can just read coming out of the womb? The camera pans out, revealing similar incidences happening across the whole neighborhood. And now, it's actually finally over. If you're a fan of leaving the tags on your expensive clothes to show how much of a baller you are, setting out unlit candles as the centerpiece of your holiday dinner, or spying on your grandpa giving himself a sponge bath, then this movie's for you.
You okay in there, Dad?
I can still scrub my own balls.
Drop a like and subscribe if you want to see more horror recaps. Comment down below what movies you want to see butchered next.